My name's Ellie, and a while back, I was basically a walking disaster. I just walked out on my husband, Tom, and left my kids with him because, honestly, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was drifting, sleeping on couches, scraping by with no money, no plan, just this empty feeling I couldn't shake. One day, I wandered into this dingy bar, half asleep, and accidentally left with some guy's cash. His name was Rick, I think. He'd left it on the counter, and I just took it. Didn't even realize until later. That little mistake landed me in a heap of trouble. I ended up at this other dive bar where I met this guy, Leo. He was older, scruffy, kind of intense, definitely not the charming type. I was broke, tired, and didn't have anywhere else to go, so when he started talking to me, I just went along with it. Next thing I know, he's got me tangled up in his world. Leo was a small-time crook, always fidgeting, always looking over his shoulder. He dragged me into his latest scheme, robbing a bank. Yeah, I know, insane, right? At first, I didn't even want to do it. I'm no criminal mastermind. I could barely keep my own life together. But Leo had this way of pulling me in, like I didn't have a choice. He'd bark orders, call me useless half the time, but then he'd turn around and act like I was the only thing keeping him going. It was confusing as hell. So there I was, dolled up in this cheap wig and a dress he picked out, playing lookout while he tried to pull off this half-baked heist. The bank job went sideways fast. Leo thought he had it all figured out. Some old guy he knew was supposed to help us from the inside, but it turned into a mess. Sirens, shouting, the whole deal. I was stuck outside, heart pounding, watching it all fall apart. Leo barely made it out, sweating and cursing, dragging me along as we peeled out in this beat-up car he'd stolen. We didn't even get any money, just a bag of trouble and a whole lot of regret. After that, we were on the run, hopping from one crummy motel to the next. I kept thinking I'd ditch him, just slip out one night and disappear, but I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I was too scared, or maybe I'd gotten used to the chaos. Leo was a wreck, though. He'd ramble about his big plans, how we'd start over somewhere new, but I could tell he was unraveling. One night, he took off to meet some shady guy about a deal, told me to wait at this gas station. Hours passed, and he never came back. I sat there, chain smoking, staring at the road, until I finally realized he was gone for good. So there I was, alone again, no cash, no clue what to do next. I hitched a ride with some random trucker, ended up in this nowhere town, and just kept going. Looking back, I don't know what I was chasing with Leo. Freedom, maybe, or just something to feel alive.